my video this time is about kids are people too. And what happened was, and it's my own personal experience, you have a child and they start growing up, and you still think of them as a child. And they enter the workforce, or they finish school, or they start a trade, or they go into their own business, or they get a job, and you still think of them as a child. Yet when you go to the supermarket, there's a young person, 19, 20, 21, whatever, who's servicing you, the cashier, etc., and you think of them as an adult. Your child could be even older than they are, and you think of them as a child because they're your child. And the point is that kids are people too, and parents very often forget that. I remember years ago I was doing a reading at a psychic fair, and I had told this woman that, and it's really not a good story, but it's the truth, that somebody, a male, with one of these two initials was going to go out of her life in 6 months. And she told me she didn't know anybody with any of those initials. And I said, well, it's a male, it's a man. And she said, no, it's not. I said, well, just think about it. Well, 6 months later, her son died, and it was his initials. But a lot of times a parent doesn't really think of somebody as a person, per se, like they perceive other people in the world as people. They consider them a child, even if they're an adult, even if they finished college and high school or in the workforce and about to get married or just got married or whatever the case. So I want people to keep in mind when they deal with their own children that the children are people too, and in different stages of their life you have to respect their values and their decisions, and they're trying to do the best they can for themselves, even though they may not have the developed philosophies or religious beliefs or psychological beliefs that their parents do, that have developed over a lifetime. So they may not have the same values, but they are people, just like anybody else you deal with. And it's good to keep that in mind, that your children are people too.